let's talk about, yesterday I introduced you to a book, The Bogus Informant, by the legendary KB Quanson, former director of NACOC, or NACOB as it was then. He set it up. He's the former commissioner of police, former head of the BNI, former national security coordinator, and many other things. He's a security man. Now, he said something in 2003 that struck a chord yesterday as I read one of his books. He says, national security. The country is divided, regrettably. Society is polarized, very unfortunately. Our politics has increasingly become acrimonious, negative, and therefore unproductive. Over the years, our approach to national issues has been riddled with and undermined by blind political fanaticism and cheap tribal chauvinism. The pursuit of stomach politics has promoted a dark culture of sycophancy and opportunism. Decency, integrity, and honesty are drying up. Some of us would say anything, support anything, and do anything so long as that will reap us personal dividends. It really would not matter how ridiculous, how bizarre, and how senseless that position is. The national interest has been brutalized by these negative tendencies. I take it again. The country is divided, regrettably. Society is polarized, very unfortunately. Our politics has increasingly become acrimonious, negative, and therefore unproductive. Over the years, your approach to national issues has been riddled with and undermined by blind political fanaticism and cheap tribal chauvinism. The pursuit of stomach politics has promoted a dark culture of sycophancy and opportunism. Decency, integrity, and honesty are drying up. Some of us would say anything, support anything, and do anything so long as that will reap us personal dividends. It really would not matter how ridiculous, how bizarre, and how senseless that position is. The national interest has been brutalized by these negative tendencies. I want to relate it to the death of my late colleague Ahmed Suale, investigative journalist who worked with Tiger IP, and yesterday I learned with a lot of shock and pain that the Medina District Court has discharged lead suspect in the alleged killing of Ahmed Suale after Attorney General discontinued the case. The question we want to ask the Attorney General this morning is why? We were in this country when Ahmed Suale and his boss Anas Aremeya Anas, and now OSP, who was his lawyer for Anas Aremeya Anas, and all the people who worked with them, doing some great work, exposing a lot of rot in this country. Rot that you and I did not know about. Rot that the BBC thought that the talent of put Swale's picture there. Don't put my face there. I'm not Suale. Rot that you would never have known about. Rot that even the BBC thought it was necessary to collaborate with Anas Aremeya Anas to go around the African continent and many other places to go and bring you exposés, all in furtherance of our development as a people. To be in the know, right? So that we'll be in the know. Then we had a sitting member of parliament who later became the chairman of the Defense Committee in Parliament. He sat on national television and asked the public to beat Ahmed Suale anytime they saw him. Not long after, he died. He was shot, even under witness protection, under the direction of the Ghana Police Service and under the court. He died. Today, we are told that the lead suspect in the alleged killing of Ahmed Suale has been, let go because the Attorney General discontinued the case. We'll read the response of the Attorney General. But can somebody remind me at any point when that MP who now wants to become president Was he ever invited by the police to come and answer questions regarding Ahmed Suale's death? Was he ever invited as a person of interest or whatever it is that the lawyers call it to come and answer just a few questions? He wants to lead us. I have nothing against him personally, but he wants to lead us. And leadership is cause, all else is effect. Was he ever invited, or were the police afraid of him? Never mind that he was in court insulting a judge in open court. Never mind. That one, I don't want to talk about it. I'm talking about my colleague. World Press Freedom Index. We had people, and see what I read from the legendary KB Kwansing is what people defended when we were dropping on the World Press Freedom Index. We had people in suit and tie, educated people who had practiced as journalists in this country before, defending rubbish. They were defending rubbish because of politicization and polarization and all the things that the great KB Kwansing spoke about. We have polarized the nation. So somebody's father, somebody's breadwinner, somebody's son, somebody's uncle, he's dead. He's been killed like a chicken. And you have people who defend it. As if his life doesn't matter. People are being picked up left, right, center for making utterances. Way less than what was made. Who invited who? We were in this country where my good friend A+ said, look, he can tell us how these murders happened. He went to the police. What happened after that? He went to give information freely. What happened after that? Bring me the Attorney General's response. Let's read it together, just to be fair. The call records placed the accused person's phone in the vicinity where the deceased was killed. However, the presence of the accused in the vicinity based on his phone's location alone is not sufficient to charge him with the murder of the deceased. Though it is stated in the police report dated 30th April 2025 that the accused was in the vicinity of the deceased on the day of the killing to monitor his movement, that remains an inference until further evidence is discovered. Additionally, none of the sketches of the assailants generated by the police based on the vivid descriptions of eyewitnesses resembled the accused person. Neither has the investigation established that the accused was one of the assailants who shot the deceased. Neither has the investigation established that the accused was the one of the assailants who shot the deceased, although the accused person could be an abettor. There must be adequate evidence to show that he was in the vicinity to abet the murder of the deceased. The evidence presented to this office is, therefore, not sufficient to charge the accused person with abetment to murder and murder. This is the Attorney General. This is what they took to court based on what the police had given to him. So Ahmed Suale, come to me. Ahmed Suale goes to add on to JB Danko Edu, whose death has not been fixed. Goes on to add to Hayford Kwanzaa, whose death has not been identified. Reverend Nabemado Openya Jekum, Openya Dade, and many, there's a plethora, Roger Kumsik, plethora of them, cold cases. But I tell you that I have lived in this country. When Kweku Ninja and Tola were killed in Ablekuma, policemen were killed in Ablekuma and buried underwater, our police, they found them. The 3 Takrady girls who were killed and kept in a manhole were found. If the police wants to find, they will find. More so when he was under witness protection. Does it put the life of journalists at risk? Yes. I want to hear my GJ, not that we condemn, and certain things, blah, 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 toothlessness. No. I actually want to hear real stuff. Because this will become a threat to investigative journalism. It will be. I put Ahmed Suale's photo there again. And I'm asking the police. Somebody sat on national TV, showed Ahmed Suale's photo, and invited the public to beat him wherever they saw him. Put his photo there. Somebody sat on national TV A member of parliament who demands to be called honorable, who now wants to lead us as president. He sat on national TV and instructed the public to be, he will pay. I've had my own share of whatever it is from him. But it's not about me. Did the police ever have the gonads of steel? Because if I did that here now, and said, wherever you see Kuzo Tiani, I put his picture, wherever you see him, catch him, beat him, I'll pay. The police will come for me in 2 seconds. Did the police have the balls? Let me not use gonads of steel so it sounds, did they have the balls to invite him just for a second? To say, oh, come, honorable, come. This thing that you said, this person is under witness protection. Come, let's have a did the police think about it? Did they try? They should come and tell us. Did they try? Did they try? If they tried, what happened? Did they update us? And why did that not find presence then? Why was the person was not in court as a witness? This pick and choose thing, and I've been giving the police their flowers lately, but this has infuriated me so much. It has infuriated me so much. So we now live in an animal farm where some are more equal than some, or what? Go back to KB Kwansin thing. Then we'll read the court document. It says the country is divided. Listen carefully. Now put it in context. Regrettably, society is polarized, very unfortunately. Our politics has increasingly become acrimonious, negative, and therefore unproductive. Over the years, our approach to national issues has been riddled with and undermined by blind political fanaticism and cheap tribal chauvinism. You see why some are calling for the leadership of the police not to be chosen by political leadership, but for us to have an independent commission that will then determine who leads the police. Because if you are appointed by political leadership, same things that Dr. Ben Agojo said, his promotion was delayed, he was kicked out of the police, he was literally humiliated because he made this point. Today, his glory has been given to him belatedly. But we know in this country that the political class have a hold. And if you're a security person and the political class is 10 left, about 10, right 10, left 10, keep still, show dead arms, present arms, or dead arms, then you are doing it like some zombie. You'll become like a zombie. Unfortunately, there are many who will not cave in, but many people cave in. Many security people cave in. To the point where you have a corporal telling a chief superintendent that enyawo na oni me ba service ni oni me ba and osi me jina anti me jina. The impudence and disrespect. My father says, if you don't respect the man, respect the rank and the uniform. Corporal to chief superintendent. He knows that it is being videoed. He didn't care less. That is how we have reduced it to. Take me back. The pursuit of stomach politics has promoted a dark culture of sycophancy and opportunism. Decency, integrity, and honesty are drying up. Some of us would say anything, support anything, and do anything so long as that will reap us personal dividends. It really would not matter how ridiculous, how bizarre, and how senseless that position is. The national interest has been brutalized by these negative tendencies. KB Kwansin, 2003. Find me the DVLA's document, please.